We back. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. And I'm back with some more boxing. Y'all see this Niner gang, man. Niner gang. Ego Army. What it do? We're just here to talk some boxing. Cause today I got time, cuz. Black Horseman Promotions. What up, though? Yeah, man. See, I like doing the live streams because sometimes I can't get all my thoughts out, you know what I mean, in the time frame, because you don't want to make the other videos go too long. What's up? What up, taking a break? Yeah, man, you guys picked the right time. Take your breaks. We're going to get into it, talk a little boxing. As you come in, make sure you smash the like button. Ego Army, stand up. We work. Boxing over work, I feel that. What up, Fight World? Gang, gang, you already know. Orlando. What up, Ego? NY in the building. That's what I'm talking about, my East Coast love. Damn, Ego, I just finished watching your video on Broner. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm pretty caught up with everything, so I figured, like, fuck it. Let me go on live and rap to y'all. Like I said, sometimes in the regular videos, the standard videos, you can't get all your thoughts out. Sometimes people have questions and stuff, so I feel like, fuck it, let's just go live. Now I see we represented from ATL, Dallas. Let's do a roll call. Ego Army, stand up. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Drop your city, state, zip. Just rep. We boxing fans from around the world. Compton in the house. New York. Bradford, England. Bakersfield, California. West London, Minnesota, Illinois, Bronx, West Palm Beach, Venice, Chicago, Beaumont, Texas, Berlin, Germany, Texas, Long Beach, LBC, Minnesota, Columbus, Ohio, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, West Palm Beach, Florida, Garfield Park Boxing, Chicago, Egypt, Orange, California, Massachusetts, DMV, DeSoto. We love our champ. They must be talking about Errol Spence Jr. The kid is a monster. UK, Walsall, Philadelphia, Dubai, San Diego, Tampa. Man, we everywhere. Shout out to Ego Army. I told you 2018 is going to be one for the record books. North Carolina, Camden, New Jersey, Yukon Territory, Whitehorse. Boxing fans unite worldwide. Memphis, baby. So I'll try to do another roll call at the end. Let's talk. What do y'all want to talk about first? Chris Eubanks Jr. versus George Groves. See, I got to make sure I talk about that because that's a good fight. Fayetteville, Arkansas, I see you. Smoke City, Vermont, I see you. You all want to talk about Broner arrest? Ego, you attending any fights? What y'all want me to attend? Broner? Okay, let's talk about Broner. For those asking, this is kombucha. It's an orange cayenne, orange peel flavor. Probiotic. Man, my thing with Broner thing is, see Broner, I get lured into Broner talk. I told you guys on my channel, I'm not making no Broner predictions for fights. Remember, if you guys really fuck with the channel, right? If you really fuck with the channel, I said this, I'm on record saying this. I told you, I said I'm just gonna watch it as a fan and report. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem. I met Broner a couple times. I don't have a problem covering Broner, but I'm not really gonna spend too much time like making fight predictions and 7 reasons. Like, listen, this is my business. This is my job. This is what I do day in and day out, and I take my shit very serious. You know what I mean? We're trying to up the brand, get different things out there. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I got to keep the zippers. I don't want to talk too much, but I take it seriously. And Broner, I just can't, I don't know where to place him at any time. You know what I mean? So it's like here's an example. You ever watch a movie where they have a Mexican standoff where there's like guns drawn on both sides, side A and side B, and then everybody, you know what I mean, someone's talking like, yo, put your guns down, and they're like, you put your guns down. Broner seems like the type of person that will pull the trigger first and then get everybody shooting in the bar or whatever. Like let's say it's Desperado or some shit, and you have two opposing sides. Broner seems like that person in the Mexican standoff that'll get to shooting, and then everybody starts shooting, and it's a full on war. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just he's too much of a wild cannon. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Duke, but I can't do predictions on that because I don't know. And like Broner's the type of person, if you ride with him and be like, yeah, he's gonna beat Sean Porter. I picked him to beat Sean Porter. You know what I mean? And then in the end, I'm like, damn. He was like holding and clinching and didn't really have a really solid game plan. You know what I mean? I didn't even do a prediction for Mikey Garcia Broner. I didn't do no 7 reasons, but a lot of people did. Like they did a lot of predictions out that I seen, and they're like, yeah, Mikey's too little. Broner's gonna, you know what I mean? Broner's gonna whoop. And then I was at the fight in New York, and Broner didn't do. It looked like he was training good, looked like he was in shape, but he didn't do a lot of the stuff he said. He said he was gonna beat Mikey's ass and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, all that. None of that really showed up. So you know what I mean? Broner's Broner. Broner just does what he. Imagine if he had took that 40 million from Jay-Z. Wow. I just tweeted that earlier. Like somebody brought that up. Fan brought that up with that Jay-Z offer. So just in case you guys are new to boxing, Rock Nation was trying to build their roster. So this was before, if I'm not mistaken, this was back when like Peter Quillen had a belt, and I think he vacated his belt right around that time, right? And Broner allegedly got an offer from Rock Nation for 40 million. It's a multi-fight deal for $40 million, and he turned it down. And it was, I don't remember the parameters, but Rock Nation was trying to build their roster. I believe it was before they acquired Andre Ward, before they got Miguel Cotto and different people they've had on their roster, before they had Rigondeaux. So they were trying to build up their roster so they had money to, it was 5 years, 40 million. It wasn't no $4 million. You full of shit. So why would they offer him $4 million for 5 years? See, this, Troy, you don't know what you're talking about. I can pull it up right now. See, this is what I hate about this generation. Motherfuckers be trying to correct you and shit, and either they might not even been born when this shit happened, or they were little babies or some shit, and they try to, no, you calm down. You know what I'm saying? You trying to correct somebody and you don't know what you're talking about. How about you correct somebody if you're actually right? You know what I mean? This his name is Troy Berger. Yeah, you are a burger. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you trying to correct someone? It was $4 million. It wasn't 40. It wasn't no 4 million. How you gonna do a multi-fight deal for $4 million? How would that ever entice Broner? You know what I'm saying? He got like 1.7 to fight Maidana in one fight. So why the fuck would Rock Nation offer him $4 million? See, Adrien Broner, 40 million. Don't correct people if you don't know what you're talking about. Adrien Broner turns down 40 million 5-year offer by Rock Nation. Boom, new media. See, I don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying, yo? Oh no, it was 4 million. Like, if you don't know your facts, don't correct nobody. Anywho, I don't know. He got offered 40 million, he turned it down. But see, I said my bad, bro. It's all good. I'm just saying, you trying to correct somebody, and I know my shit. This is what I've been doing for the last couple of years, full time. Like, it's not like I'm just came off the bus and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna cover boxing. I've been doing this. So I've done videos about this. That's why it kind of sticks with you when you. It's just like if you a cop or something, you might remember a case from 5 years ago because this is what you've been doing. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. I distinctly remember making videos about this. That's how I know it wasn't 4 million. But anyway, moving on. He turned down 40 million for, it looks like a 5-year deal. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure he hasn't made that 40 million since that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, maybe that deal could have worked for you. I don't even. Oh, see, and this is the other thing. The worst part about it is he didn't just turn down. He turned down Hove and said, "Suck my dick." That's what he said. You know what I mean? And I remember that was a big thing. I don't even know why he said that to Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Jay-Z's a legend. You know what I mean? He's a part. Him and Beyonce together are worth $1 billion. He's making a lot of business, and you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Nets and stuff. Why would you tell him? Broner did a Dave Chappelle? Not really. Dave Chappelle turned down $50 million because he was losing creative control, right? And he didn't like the way some of the writers and Comedy Central, what they were expecting of him. So he did it from a moral code. You know what I'm saying? In addition, I'm gonna tell the big difference. That Dave Chappelle shit ain't the same. Because he did it from a moral code. You know what I'm saying? And then, to my knowledge, Dave Chappelle wasn't like, damn, suck my dick. Like, he didn't tell Comedy Central to suck his dick afterwards. So that's completely different. In addition, here's another huge difference. Dave Chappelle, knowing his worth and knowing, or whatever, he after he went and disappeared to Africa, or whatever he did, after he disappeared or whatever, he came back, kept working the scene, kept doing comedy, and then he ended up scoring with Netflix and getting that money anyway. He did like a multi-concert comedy special with Netflix, and it got like $50 million. So even though he previously turned down that, he still got the money in the end through Netflix. So that's different. Broner, is he gonna get $40 million right now from somebody else, like Dave Chappelle did with Netflix? So that's a poor example. You know what I mean? Because Dave Chappelle turned down the money, still kept doing good, and then end up getting the money back anyway. It's just through a different company. That's why he has them 3 Netflix comedy specials up there. That's why Monique's tripping. Monique's talking about, oh, Dave Chappelle got 20 million. Hi, loves. Dave Chappelle got 20 million, and I didn't. They offered me a cheeseburger, a buck double, and 2,500. That's why she mad right now, because Dave Chappelle getting chipped out. See, I know my man. Dave Chappelle's making 60 million, so he actually got, I believe, more than that old Comedy Central deal for his Netflix comedy specials. So either way, Dave Chappelle came up because he did something from a morality point of view. He didn't like where the show was headed on Comedy Central, passed up the money, and then came back and got the money, and then got more money anyway. You know what I mean? Broner, I don't know if he's gonna get $40 million now. I mean, who's he gonna get $40 million for? You know what I mean? After he lost a couple of times. Chappelle sold out. I don't see how, but whatever. Ego, that's not boxing. Change the station, like Mike Tyson said. Okay, change the station. Like, y'all act like you are forced to be here. I'm not even trying to be a dick, but y'all act like, hey, get back to boxing. It's not, if you don't like how the show is ran, or you know what I'm saying, if we veer off and talk about Dave Chappelle, as someone comment, the only reason I'm even talking about Dave Chappelle is because one of you motherfuckers in the comment section compared him to Broner, and I said the difference. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get back to the fucking show. More boxing. Like, how about you leave and come back, and hopefully we'll be talking about boxing again. Yo, we got over 100 people. We got triple digits watching this motherfucker, but we don't got triple digits in the like section. Make sure you smash the like button. We just doing an impromptu live stream. Yeah, I mean, I didn't just bring up Dave Chappelle. That's the whole point. I didn't just start, oh, hey, Dave Chappelle. Let's talk about Richard Pryor. Next time motherfucker call, tell him to say, suck my dick. Goddamn. You know, I didn't just bring up random people. Hey, y'all hear about, speaking of Richard Pryor, y'all hear his ex-wife or whatever, his wife was trying to say he had sex with the Godfather, Marlon Brando? Like, that threw me off. That Beijing hair dye making you crazy. Stefan, you sound stupid. I don't use Beijing in my beard. My beard is just how it is because my dad, because I got that good hair. I don't use no Beijing So you already sound stupid, and you already sound like a creep for looking all in the dude's facial hair. Who? I thought they discontinued dudes like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? I'm talking boxing, and these dudes talking about my beard. Yeah, fuck Broner. Let's talk about your beard. That's weird. It's like really weird. I put, man, you can. This beard is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about Beijing. I don't use no Beijing. I don't need Beijing. I got good hair, man. My shit. Look at my shit. I got good hair. You dudes want to talk about, like, I'm trying to talk boxing. Fuck you. Take the boxing off your name. Just call your channel Ego. I want to talk about you. Like, you're fucking weirdos, man. But anyway, yeah, man, I thought these dudes was discontinued. I know some of you dudes that be leaving these comments, y'all don't be getting no play from no cool looking females. Because if you worried about a dude's beard and stuff, how you gonna see? Listen, and I'm always a bad guy. Troy, who lied and said the Broner deal was worth $4 million, he's back talking about ego, stay focused, LOL. Why I gotta stay focused? So I can't respond to the live stream. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers be like, oh, look at your beard. Your fucking beard. You put dye in your beard. You did lie. How didn't you lie, Troy? When you said Broner got a $4 million offer from Rock Nation and I just showed you it was $40 million. You lied. It was a mistake, man. That's a lie to me. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, it's a lie. Anyway. You tell me to stay focused. Tell the people in the comment section to stay focused. You're talking about my beard. Look at that dye in your beard. I'm not Broner. I don't need no dye in my beard. Anywho, you arguing with trolls ain't getting on boxing. Then don't watch. Listen, it's that simple. Don't watch. I'll be all right. The fans, Ego's Army, my shooters will be all right. If you don't like the content, you don't like the direction, you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't like the flow of the conversation, you don't have to be here. It's that simple. Dudes is gay. Y'all are funny, man. Y'all are funny today. You're boring, but you're here, so I'll be boring. As long as they paying, I'll be the most boring motherfucker on YouTube. As long as that cash right, I don't give a fuck. And these dudes think they gonna keep, like, I'm not no internet dude. You think you gonna cyber bully me or some shit? Like, oh, you're boring. Man, I've been doing this for years. You think that's the worst that I've ever been called or whatever? It's the internet. Like, you're boring. Oh shit. A random stranger called me boring. What am I gonna do? Oh wow. So one of my shooters, he's a rapper too. He's battle rap. And he's spitting metaphors. He said, I got you all in the scope like Jimmy Iovine. See, a lot of y'all that listen to that mumble rap bullshit, you won't understand it. He said, I got you in the scope, like a rifle scope, but inner scope, like aftermath. See, y'all too slow to catch these punchlines, man. When you talk about boxing, we come back. Your glasses got you too cool, laughing my ass off. But you the only one laughing at your joke, though. You get what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers be like, yeah, your glasses got you cool, laughing my ass off, with a bunch of O's. But you're the only one laughing. Nobody else is laughing at your jokes. You're not the star of the show. This is like a roller coaster. You just sit down, put the little seatbelt on, and enjoy the ride. It's that simple. I'm having fun today. Y'all could keep trying to troll me. Shit don't work. Why they hating? Because they ain't got nothing better to do. They broke on their lunch break. Broke bums. Ego, if you were in Broner's inner circle, what would you advise him? I probably wouldn't be in Broner's inner circle like that because like I can't this is just me. I'm not dissing nobody, but I can't run with somebody who's like wild like that, and I can't like understand their motives and moves and stuff. So I probably wouldn't be like clicked up with him. You know what I'm saying? That's a motherfucker like Broner. The way he acts, that's the type of person to take the whole clique now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, you can't have that. Like, I watch a lot of crime drama shows and whatnot, and it's just you can't have disarray. Like, let's say I just watched a Netflix special on BMF. You guys know who BMF is? They were organized, like basically organized crime, and then they got busted by the feds eventually. You can't have like someone like Broner. They'll mess up your whole little operation. You know what I'm saying? Because it brings too much heat. Remember on American Gangster when Frank Lucas had the mink and he went to that Foreman fight or whatever at Madison Square Garden, and then the feds like, who's this dude with $100,000 chinchilla on and shit? Back in the 70s or whatever. Yep, I feel like Big Meech. You know what I mean? You can't draw that type of negative attention to yourself or to your clique, especially if you're doing dirt. And like, my thing with Broner is like, you're not getting stripes for this. Like, you don't get stripes. I don't know, man. I'm from the Bay Area, so I don't know how it is in other regions and stuff like that. But I know certified dudes. You know what I mean? I know dudes in prison. I'm not trying to act tough or whatever. My rap sheet is clean. I mean, I've done little shit, little dirt and whatever, but the stuff like if he did do it to the girl, like you don't get stripes for that. Punching someone in Las Vegas, and you're a boxer, you're a professional fighter. I mean, you don't get stripes for that. Like, like most likely, since you're a professional fighter and the average person can't fight, you're probably gonna sleep some random tourist or some shit in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I probably wouldn't be part of the Broner immediate clique like that. So, Ego, who would you help Broner get back on track? I don't understand the question. Who would you help Broner get on track? I don't understand what that even means. So yeah, Broner. I mean, Broner's Broner. He's just proven time and time again he's gonna do what he wants to do. And like I said, for me, I'm fortunate. My homies ain't gonna let me go out in a certain way. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be like, oh damn, Ego, you tripping? You gotta fall back. Like shit is hot right now. Like here, this is just a random example, but I used to work at Sears and motherfuckers was stealing, right? And then the asset protection or whatever, AP, they kind of caught on to it because they were like missing all this inventory or whatever. So all the people that were stealing in the store, they knew the spot was hot. Like we had like a store meeting and they were like, oh yeah, we're missing all this merchandise and blah blah blah, and we're gonna start putting additional cameras up, hidden cameras and stuff like that. So the people who were stealing from the store internally, they had to slow down. They couldn't just keep stealing. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't just keep stealing because the spot was too blown up. Before you were doing it, and obviously you were getting away with it. But now that there's a presence and they've witnessed and they understand that things are missing, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to move when the spot is hot. And I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but Broner had the bowling alley case. I think he has open cases with the Las Vegas. I think he has a warrant in Vegas for the punching the dude. You know what I'm saying? On the strip or whatever. So if you got open cases pending and stuff like that, you don't want to add up, because the whole thing is like when you going up against a DA or something, they're gonna tell their version of what they think happened. You know what I mean? So obviously the person who's representing the girl, they're gonna believe her story, just like the Tupac situation. They're Ayanna Jackson or whatever. Their whole job is to show her side of things. You know what I mean? Even if that makes you look like a monster in the process, even if it's stuff that didn't actually happen. You know what I mean? So they're gonna try to establish character, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, judge, look at Broner. He was wilding on the gram, saying fuck my mom, fuck my dad. So clearly he has no regard for anybody. You know what I'm saying? He said fuck kids, fuck y'all kids, and then later deleted it. But we got screenshots. He punched somebody in Vegas, and that's what they're gonna try to use to bring you down. So you got to be smarter than the system. Yo, make sure you guys smash the like button. We just vibing. We just having a vibe out, talking this boxing. And the other thing is, like, Broner has a fight coming up, or at least it's already announced and stuff like that. And most people think it's a fight that is dangerous stylistically. You know what I mean? Broner has a chance to win, but Omar Figueroa has a chance to win too. He stopped Robert Guerrero. He's a pressure fighter. Something he throws a lot of punches. Broner doesn't always throw a lot of punches, so you know what I mean? It could be a good fight. So if you there's only so many, like, from my perspective, there's only so much where you can keep having camps and stuff with turmoil in it. Like, oh, I got cases pending and assault and battery charges. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did that with the Ashley Theophane fight, where he had like a assault case pending or something. So I don't know. Like Robert Easter or one of his friends seems like they would, or Rasheed Warren. It don't matter if everybody's from the hood. You can still call your mans like, hey man, I love you, dog. I don't want to see you get pinched. You need to, you know what I mean? You got to slow up. So you got to have them people in your corner like that. Like, I don't know. And you know what's even crazier about the Broner situation is, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all, if y'all want me to show y'all, could I get a hell yeah in the comment section? If y'all want me to show you what I'm talking about. This is why, like I said, for the most part, I don't really have. I'm talking a little bit about my opinions on Broner right now, but for the most part, I don't have too many opinions. You let him do what he wants to do. If that's how, you know what I'm saying? If that's how you want to live your life, cool. Okay, y'all putting hell yeah. So this is Broner's verified page. I will be champion again this year and back on top, and everybody who left me and thought I wouldn't do it again can stay the fuck away from me. Literally 2 days ago. I liked it. You see that heart? And he said hashtag facts. So again, he has ambitions of becoming a champion again. And I, you know what I mean? I don't put limits on another man or woman, adult. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what you're capable of doing. But to become a champion again, it's gonna take focus, because you got like Regis Prograis versus Julius Ndongo. Whoever wins that, if they win convincingly or whatever, that's a good win. You got Amir Imam versus Jose Ramirez. That's a good fight. You know what I mean? So if Broner were to fight any of these guys, I mean, these guys are pretty focused. So 2 days ago, he said, I'll be a champion again. And he's talking about how he has this refined focus. And then a day later, after posting that, he's getting arrested, taking him off the streets, taking his freedom, at least for the time being. You know what I'm saying? So how is that your new focus? I don't know. That don't really make sense to me. You can't say like, oh, I'm rejuvenated. This is the brand new me. I'm back focused. But then you getting plagued with the same problems that your career has had probably since Antonio DeMarco fight. And even before that, when he was an amateur, Broner told me personally in an interview, he says, I didn't get to go to the Olympics and this and that because I was in jail. So there's nothing new to him. Ego, if you was Al Heyman, what would you do with Broner at this point? I mean, I don't think Heyman's tripping. he's not tripping. He got a big enough stable, and he got enough guys who are doing it right. You know what I mean? Like the Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder and the Charlos. I mean, so he has a vast stable to the point where one person's actions aren't gonna hinder PBC. You know what I'm saying? He got enough people who are Omar Figueroa. It seems like he's hungry, so like he got enough people. But maybe that's why Heyman has put Broner in tough fights. You know what I mean? Sean Porter, Maidana, Omar Figueroa, right? Mikey Garcia. These are all tough fights. Maybe that's why he's getting the tough fights. Maybe it's supposed to be a humbling lesson or something. I don't know. I can't see Mayweather lasting around in MMA. Listen, y'all do too much with the like. I mean, it depends on who he fights. But if he fights Conor McGregor is mostly a stand-up fighter. So, I mean, I'm not saying he would absolutely beat Conor McGregor. I'm not saying he would absolutely beat him. Or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, y'all, a lot of y'all leave comments like, so-and-so's getting murdered, they're getting destroyed, they won't last 30 seconds. Like, I don't think it's all that. You still got to figure a person out, you know what I mean, and get them to the ground and then ground and pound them and shit like that. But who knows? Who cares? We'll see if Floyd even goes to the MMA, because until otherwise proven, all these, like, what's the deal, Patty, or what are the odds? Like, none of that matters, like, until I see contracts and press tours and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not better than anyone or above things, but I have a real small threshold, and like I try to get a lot in my days and stuff, and I choose not to talk too much about things that are so up in the air. You know what I mean? Mayweather, if he is gonna compete in the UFC at age 40, that's so up in the air. I don't want to, like, I might do a video or two about it or whatever, but I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time debating UFC fans on what would happen and stuff when we really don't even know if it's going to happen, if the fight's gonna happen. So, yeah. Big up Ego, your friend in London. Shout out to London, man. UK's been holding it down. I really do not want to see Triple G or Canelo avoid Charlo. I don't like the way Abel Sanchez is talking when Charlo's brought up. I already told you guys, no matter what, the promoters and the trainers and other fighters, they can try their best to bash another fighter and say, oh, this fight doesn't make sense, this person doesn't sell. But at the end of the day, you can't cheat or you can't lie to the fans. You know what I'm saying? You can't trick the fans into thinking a good fight is not a good fight. If the fans want to see it, then they want to see it. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. I love that fight. I think it's a good fight. Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence. So no matter what anybody says, you're not going to tell me that Thurman and Spence is not a fight I want to see, because it's my personal opinion. I want to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? So Abel can be like, oh, no one wants to see the Charlo fight. That's incorrect, because I want to see the Charlo fight with Golovkin. You know what I mean? I would love to see that fight, actually. I would pay for it. I would, you know what I mean, fly out to it, whatever. Like, certain fights, like, at least for me at this level, like, you know what I mean, as I come up or whatever, I gotta maximize my profits. You know what I mean? Like, Lucas Matisse versus Karam, that's in my home, that's in my state, and I didn't go to that. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't, I'd rather, that's a good at-home fight to watch. I don't need to be there. I don't need to get a hotel for a couple of days. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. But like, if Charlo fought Golovkin in Texas, I would definitely go to that. Ego, good interview with Joey Spencer. Kid got a grown man mind. I could see the maturity. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. Broner's 10 years older than Joey Spencer. But Joey's been around good role, you know what I mean? Virgil Hunter don't be playing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Broner couldn't just go to Virgil Hunter's gym and do whatever he wants, or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But Joey's been around people like his family, very close to them, Andre Ward, so that's probably where he gets the maturity from. Two Fingers says, what's wrong with Triple G wanting another strap? It's not him wanting another strap. The problem, that's not the problem. The problem is the timing of it, and it's mighty coincidental that Triple G had the opportunity to get the final strap, the missing link. I'm drinking kombucha. And now he put that to the back burner. And now that there's a person like Charlo who's aggressively calling him out, and if he wins his next fight, he's going to be the #1 mandatory for Golovkin again. And now he wants to pursue the strap. That's the issue. It's very straightforward. Okay, we could do a hot seat right now. If anybody wants to argue this point that Triple G, is anyone of the thinking that Triple G could not have fought Billy Joe Saunders already? Does anyone believe that? Does anyone believe that Golovkin, there was no way he could have fought Billy Joe Saunders until after this Canelo rematch? Does anyone believe that? Does anyone, we can do a hot seat right now. Does anyone believe that? Does anyone believe that Golovkin had no opportunities at any point to fight Billy Joe Saunders? See how it always gets quiet? You see how it always just gets quiet when I ask questions like this? He could have been fought Billy Joe Saunders. No, see? That's what I'm saying. When I do a video, the video can't talk back. There's all this peanut gallery shit. And then when I'm live in the flesh, we could talk about it, and then we could vote in front of the audience. It's not like I'm voting you off the island. The fans are doing it. And then nobody wants to step up because they know they can't compete. They know they don't have a stronger argument. Big up Ego, great channel and great vids here from Croydon, UK. Shout out to the UK, man. Y'all been holding it down. He had a chance last June, but turned it down for Canelo. Can't say maybe Billy Joe Saunders didn't want the smoke. No, I could show you, I can link you to interviews right now where Billy Joe Saunders had a change of heart, like the old game show. And he says, oh, I got me pinned, I got me pinned. Where you at, Borat? Where you at? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I got me pinned, you're Borat, triple G string. And then Billy Joe Saunders was saying he wanted to fight now. And it would be up to Team Golovkin to call his bluff. And they didn't. They chose the money fight. So that's the issue. It's not the issue that he wants a belt. It's the fact that, like, now if you get past Canelo and retain your belts, now you want to go back after Billy Joe Saunders when you called him a clown. You never called Jermall Charlo a clown, and that's, to me, I think, a more action-packed fight. Billy Joe Saunders, we know how he's going to fight just like he did with David Lemieux. And you know what I mean? I don't have a problem with that fight to win. Fight how you think gives you the best opportunity to win. But the Charlo fight, I think, would be more explosive because Charlo's athletic, he has power, he's taller than Golovkin. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders is taller than Golovkin. You know what I mean? And Billy Joe Saunders is he's gonna be on the move for sure. Charlo, I never seen him really use his legs as much. So I think it'd be more of an action fight. Triple G versus Billy Joe Saunders, it's a good fight. No one said it's a bad fight. I mean, Well, let's vote. You guys put the last name of the fighter. Let's say Golovkin beats Canelo in the rematch. Would you rather see Golovkin fight Jermall Charlo or Billy Joe Saunders? Just put Saunders or Charlo. We could do a vote right now. What fight do you think would be better, more action-packed, and more entertaining? Okay, we got one Charlo, Charlo, Charlo. Look, the people are voting. I'm not saying it. One person has said Saunders so far. Lions only. Look, it's not even me talking. See, this all like, man, Eagles Army is in this bitch. This is all I have to do. I don't even have to say it. You guys look at the comments. Look, I'm not even talking. And the comments are telling you what the fans want. So this right now is somewhat proof that the fans know what they want. You know what I mean? And what Abel said, and like, when I mean, oh, who wants to see that? Look, my channel has random boxing fans on it. Like, it's not like everyone agrees with me. You know what I mean? You seen 20 minutes ago, motherfuckers was hating for no reason. So it's not like everyone agrees with me on everything. And everyone but a couple people, like one person said Saunders. So you can't pull the wool over the fans' eyes. And I guarantee you, tell ESPN, tell Abel Sanchez, tell Golovkin on his personal page, say, hey, if Golovkin gets past Canelo, who would you rather see him fight, Charlo or Saunders? Let's put up polls. Let's start voting just like they do for the election. It is that. It is that. Let's start doing that. You know what I mean? Leonard Ellerbe, he can do one too, and Floyd Mayweather. So on his actual poll, and Leonard Ellerbe says, who wants to see Tevin Farmer versus Tank? Put up a poll. You know what I mean? And you'll see. Then you'll get if you'll get it. Billy Dibb or Tevin Farmer. Who would you rather see Tank fight? And then you can, if you put up a poll, you'll get the answer of what the fans want. Me personally, I'd rather see Daniel Jacobs versus Billy Joe Saunders, and Golovkin versus Charlo, and then the winners of both of those fights meet each other. That's dope. That's what I like. You know what I mean? Because then, to me, now it's like really for all the marbles. Daniel Jacobs fight Billy Joe Saunders. The winner of that fight will have the WBO belt. And then Golovkin fight his mandatory, Jermall Charlo, and then the winners meet. Now, that to me proves, without a doubt, this is obviously if Golovkin gets past Canelo, which we don't know. You know what I mean? That's obviously if he gets past Canelo, but then that proves and solidifies pretty much the best person at middleweight for me. You know what I mean? You could say Demetrius Andrade, but Andrade is in a weird spot for me because he's a talented fighter, but I gotta see him fight more often than what he's been fighting. You know what I mean? You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not fighting at a high level or fighting frequently or whatever, then that don't matter. Now listen to my matchmaking and tell me what's wrong with that. You know what I mean? Tell me what's bad about that. Because if Daniel Jacobs beats Billy Joe Saunders and Golovkin beats Charlo, then it'll just be a Jacobs-Golovkin rematch, which I'm okay with. If Charlo beats Golovkin and Saunders win, then you get Charlo-Saunders, or you get Charlo versus Jacobs. You know what I mean? Or you get Golovkin versus Saunders, depending on the outcome. You know what I mean? But anyway, you mix and match, that's dope. And to me, that's a better crescendo. Stylistically, especially. So, yeah, man. I mean, Abel Sanchez, he's entitled to his opinion. But to me, I think his opinion stemmed from they see an inherent danger in Lions only, in Charlo. So as a result, they, you know what I mean, they're going to minimize it. Like, oh, who's Charlo? What's he done? How does that benefit us? But like I said, the easiest way to destroy the casuals is use their own argument against him. The fans that are actually running with this and actually believe, yeah, what does a win over Charlo really do for Golovkin? What does a win over Willie Monroe do for Golovkin? What does a win over Adama or Proska do for Golovkin? Martin Murray. When has Martin Murray ever been a champion? You can say, oh, he got robbed in this fight, but he never got to live like a champion. You know what I mean? Jermall Charlo has. And if given the opportunity, he might become a champion again at 160. If one of these dudes fight him. You know, make sure y'all smash the like button. The likes kind of just tapered off. What about Canelo? Someone said, what about Canelo? But what about him? What's your question? So you're gonna duck a man for disrespecting you? Sounds stupid. Who said that? I don't get it. Who said the ducking for disrespecting? Martin Murray was robbed twice of a world title. Okay, I know what you're talking about. You're probably thinking of Sergio Martinez and Felix Sturm fights. But guess what? It doesn't change the fact that he was never a champion and he didn't get to live like a champion. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of fucked up shit happen in boxing, but it doesn't change the outcome of what they did. You know what I mean? Like Canelo, you could say, oh, Golovkin got robbed, but at the end of the day, Canelo's record only shows one loss, and that's to Mayweather. You could say Canelo should have lost a lot of and Golovkin if you want. So Canelo should technically have 3 losses if you're of that thinking. But guess what? It doesn't change the fact of what the judges did and the actual outcome. You know what I mean? And you getting robbed or whatever of a title, you still don't gain the confidence of becoming a champion. Like where you can drop to your knees like, yeah, we did it. So Martin Murray never got to experience what it was like to be a champion. And every time he fought for a title, he lost or had a draw. Period. That's a fact. Tell me when he became a champion. And it's not even just like, if you're going to bring up Sergio Martinez and Felix Sturm, what about when he fought like Arthur Abram? What about how he should have lost to Gabe Rosado? What about when he fought Golovkin? Why didn't he beat Golovkin? So he had other opportunities. Why didn't he win those? Ego. Abel Sanchez said he basically would make Charlo wait for being disrespectful to Triple G. See, listen, if y'all want me to know how to reverse all of that, those types of statements, can I get a hell yeah? If you want me to know and show you that's not the truth, like I can, it's like reverse engineering. I can show you that's not the case, right? If you want me to prove it, like Bruce Lee and Dragon, he said, okay, I'll prove it. I'll beat any man in this room in less than 60 seconds. I can prove it, and I'm gonna show you how. You strip away all the inessentials. I'll beat any man in this room in less than 60 seconds. I'm gonna show y'all how to prove it. I'll prove it, right? Man, what the hold on. I'll prove that what Abel Sanchez said is true. Is not true. For starters, on a smaller scale, Canelo keeps saying he's gonna knock out Golovkin. So why did you wait for Canelo when you could have been undisputed again and fought Billy Joe Saunders? Why did you wait for Canelo's decision when he talking about he's always said stuff. He said Golovkin's cool, but he's not. I don't see anything special. He said he's gonna knock out Golovkin. So if we're going on a morality code of disrespect versus being pleasant, Canelo said some disrespectful things, and he's still fighting him. But even more so, and this is really gonna put the nail in the coffin, right? Curtis Stevens had posted a meme where he had Golovkin in a coffin. It was like a casket or some shit, and it said Triple G, and it had people praying with candles and shit over it. And the fight still happened, and you could tell Golovkin was pissed, like, you doing too much. You know what I mean? So why did Curtis Stevens get the fight? Why didn't Abel Sanchez be like, oh, fight over, you disrespected us, you put us in a coffin? You know what I'm saying? You had Triple G caskets and shit. So that's like the ultimate disrespect. Like, you talking about, basically, I'm gonna kill you and you'll be like deceased, homicide, 187 on the mother, MDK, murder, death, kill. You know what I'm saying? So if what Abel's saying is true, then why didn't you know what I mean? Why the fight get canceled? So it's kind of picking and choosing. Andre Ward disrespect you. He called you Lil G. See? So you didn't take that challenge. So the disrespect thing only applies for certain people. Yeah, I mean, I can show you this shit right now. So why didn't the Curtis Stevenson fight get canceled when he put Golovkin in a mythical casket? That's why Golovkin was getting mad. He was like, hey, man, are you serious? So if we're doing this, if what Abel is saying is true, Stevenson trolls Golovkin on Twitter. Look, see, I know my shit. Look at his leg and shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Curtis Stevens amputated his fucking feet. Talking about rest in peace with a candle. Look. Curtis Stevens did all this with a fucking amputated leg. Rest in peace, Triple G. So, I mean, don't tell me about this. That don't make no sense. Because that's the ultimate disrespect. He put you in a casket with a fucking chopped off foot. And then, like, hella dudes in Brooklyn praying over you. You know what I'm saying? So if what Abel is saying is factual, like I said, see, this is the thing with me. I tell y'all, I keep it a buck. I keep it a buck. I'm willing to use your own argument against you. You know what I mean? I'm willing to consider it. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm willing to put myself in the shoes of the person saying whatever they're saying, and then I'll interpret it. And so you can't tell me Charlo's been so disrespectful to the point where no fight, despite him being a mandatory, when Curtis Stevens wasn't a mandatory, and he was putting you in a casket with a chopped off foot outside of it. Like, why would you have a casket, and then why would you have a amputated foot outside? Like, this is just like continuity. Like, they wouldn't just put the amputated foot in the casket. So you really violating. You know what I'm saying? Putting that foot outside of the casket. Golovkin beat a load of top 10 middleweights and unified 3 world titles. First of all, the middleweight division wasn't stacked up until recently, meaning Golovkin was clearly the best guy there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't look like nobody. Second of all, so yeah, he beat some guys that were ranked, but he was in a division that wasn't that stacked. Second of all, what in the fuck does that have to do with today? Why? Okay, so if he beat all these, hold on. So your comment, this is my question to you. Golovkin beat a load of top 10 middleweights and unified 3 world titles, right? And he didn't really unify 3 world titles when Canelo gave him a world title. See, you boys are getting bodied. Y'all can't fuck with me, man. I'm the Don. You talking about he unified 3 titles. How did he unify the WBC title when Canelo gave it to him? He didn't even have to have a fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have to have a fight to get that title. So how is that unifying 3 titles? He unified 2 titles, motherfucker. Like 2 titles, 2 major titles, right? Bruh, ego always got an attitude about some ish. Don't watch the channel then. It's very simple. I got an attitude, then don't watch it. Angry old man. You sound moist. Ego always got an attitude. You a fucking rat, man. You a snitch. Like, who does that? Try to tell on me. Who you gonna tell? I'm my own boss. What? I'm gonna get fired? Ego always has an attitude, guys. This is some bullshit, man. Ego's always angry. But who are you telling on? You can't get me in trouble. You gonna call YouTube? Hey, man. Every time he's on the live stream, Ego always has an attitude with us. I don't have an attitude. I have an attitude towards dumb shit. If you say dumb shit, then it is what it is. Fair game, open season. Quit crying. Shout out to Askier who said $5 super chat, gang gang. Why is Eubanks nothing fighting no one in the US? I don't get the question. These dudes trying to tell on me. Who are you gonna tell? Like, Ego's getting an attitude, guys. Anyway, back to Golovkin. He didn't unify. Why? The Canelo shit was gifted to him. Was, you know, I mean, he got it fair and square. But yeah, so that's not that. But anyway, you said he beat a load of top 10 middleweights. Okay, so beat one more named Jermall Charlo, who's calling him out, who's on the verge of being a mandatory again. Simple. Ego's being so rude. He always has an attitude, guys. We should stop watching his channel, man. Y'all some, like, cream puffs. Some of y'all. Marlowe boxing, I disagree. It's not hard to make a cross seas fight. Kell Brook came over and fought Sean Porter for a title. So how's it hard? You know, Amir Khan fought Lamont Peterson in his backyard. So how is it hard? I don't get it. Bottom line, all these fights, if two teams really want to scrap, then they can scrap. If their promoters really about that life and really believe in their fight, then it can happen. The fans make too much about, oh, this can't happen because he's with Top Rank and he's with Al Haim. I mean, anything can happen if they allow it. If one person circumvents it, or one person in the equation doesn't really truly want it, then it won't happen. Period. I'm drinking. It's called kombucha. Should Charlo fight Daniel Jacobs? No. He should fight Triple G Canelo winner. Y'all not gonna just keep backdooring that. Listen, this is so funny. As soon as people's favorite fighter or whoever they're trying to vouch for are in a position where there's a threat trying to hunt them down, they like Demetrius Andre was on Canelo's helmet, pause, at 154. Oh, Demetrius Andre needs to fight Edeslandi Lara. Why can't he fight Canelo and then fight Lara? You know what I'm saying? This is what they always do, because it's the lesser of two evils. Ego loves Spence. See, I mean, you're a man fan. I could tell by how you put that. Ego loves Spence. I celebrate any fighter who's doing it, in my opinion, the right way, doing what they're supposed to be doing. So yeah, I do enjoy watching Spence fight. I think he's a beast. But the fact that you said Ego loves Spence, it already shows me what type of fan you are. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, people, a lot of fans deal with this love-hate shit. You know what I mean? Y'all said, I ain't never said one real major criticism to Keith Thurman when he seemed hungry, when he was calling out the best and calling out champions like Paulie Malignaggi. You never heard me criticize Keith Thurman because he was doing what I thought was right. He's calling out Floyd, calling out Pacquiao, calling out Paulie Malignaggi, down to fight dangerous guys like Diego Chavez, guys who could box, who had a belt. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until Keith Thurman, how he started acting towards the Errol Spence, where I even had a criticism. So, you know what I mean? That's the nature of the beast. The whole time Keith Thurman was doing it right, and I was praising him, y'all motherfuckers, oh, he's in love with Keith Thurman. He only loves black fighters. Keith Thurman's his favorite. All this crazy shit. And then now Keith Thurman has said some things that aren't really favorable in terms of seeking the best competition. So I state my opinion on that. Now I hate Keith Thurman. I mean, you guys do the same thing time and time again. You know what I mean? When Canelo's fighting Khan and Liam Smith, I wasn't really for those fights. You said I hated Canelo. Then I picked him to beat the Golovkin. You say I'm a Canelo dick rider. So that stuff doesn't affect me or faze me. One of BOXINGEGO's favorite fighters is Marcos Maidana, but he's supposed to be for black fighters so much. Okay. Facts. I love Chino Maidana. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I even like Ruslan Provodnikov. Like Ruslan Provodnikov is one of my favorite like guilty pleasure fighters. Like I know his limitations for sure. I know he's not gonna really outbox people. But even like my dude John Molina, that's my dude. Like I like a lot of fighters, but I mean I'm realistic. Like if John Molina's fighting Terrence Crawford, I'm not gonna tell you because he's my dude that oh yeah he's gonna smoke Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? Yeah, that like I said, at the end of the day, people, this is the lesson. There are always gonna be haters, there are always gonna be detractors, people try to take you down. But at the end of the day, if you know what you're doing is pure, then you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? The truth, people know what it is. You know what I mean? People, oh, you only like black fighters. Caleb Plant is one of my favorite fighters. That's my dude. Every time I have an opportunity to see him, you know what I mean? Caleb Plant's not in the big fights that he wants to be in yet, but I always make time to give him an interview and shit. You know what I mean? Joey Spencer, I always got love for, and he hasn't even turned pro yet. So, you know what I mean? The real fans know what it is. Askier Hussein, $10 super chat, gang, said, I hate when people act like Spence, the Charlos, Crawford, and Wilder isn't the most avoided in boxing. That's very true. And see, but listen, there's a lot of people who are actually avoided and people don't give him credit. Like Wilder, they say he's so sloppy and stuff like that, but why don't people want to fight him? You know what I'm saying? If he's windmill Wilder, see, this is why new media is on top. This is why BOXINGEGO is on the come up and we killing, because the shit that's being said, it doesn't add up with a lot of guys. You know what I mean? They have nothing but negative things to say about Deontay Wilder, but then it's never corroborated. It's never like vouched for. For example, why is Tony Bellew, a guy who said he'll fight Deontay Wilder, why is he now doing an interview like, man, I went to dap him up and he gave me a hug and his arm wrapped around me? Man, I ain't fighting that dude. Why should I give him an unfair advantage? But Tony Bellew said he'll fight Tyson Fury, who's even bigger than Deontay Wilder, both weight-wise and height-wise, because Tony Bellew knows Tyson Fury don't got as much smoke and punching power as Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? So the stuff that they say, it never adds up. If Wilder's this windmill bum and all this extra shit, then why is Tony Bellew saying I won't fight? Why is he willing to fight athletic ass, power punching ass David Haye, but he's not willing to fight Wilder? So obviously he sees some inherent danger, because David Haye can crack. Y'all was talking about how David Haye caught Wilder in sparring 4 years ago or whatever. Why is Tony Bellew still saying that he'll fight Tyson Fury, who's bigger? Garcia versus Dorticos. Yeah, I watched it. It's best cruiserweight fight in ages. I did a video about that though, so it's on the channel. Check it out. What's your take on the fights this weekend? I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? PBC's doing their thing. I'm not even mad at the Devin Alexander versus Victor Ortiz, because at the end of the day, Devin Alexander versus Victor Ortiz, they can be, the winner of that fight can go on to fight Luis Collazo, Amir Khan, maybe Adrien Broner or somebody. So, you know what I mean, there's some options for them. Andre Berto. So that's cool. Obviously, Danny Garcia, Brandon Rios, to see how Garcia looks after his first ever pro loss. See how hungry Brandon Rios is. Ron Gavril, Benavidez. That should be a good one. They're both promising knockouts. And then Chris Eubank versus George Groves, which is dope. Semifinals. So let's get it. Ego didn't give Horn a shot against Crawford. What are you talking about? They haven't even fought. But anyway, I never said I don't give him a shot at all. I never said that. I said I don't pick him to win, which I don't. I don't think he's going to beat Terrence Crawford. Yes, Amir Khan's staying at welterweight. He's in cool shape, too. I just seen him the other day working out. He's fast, too. I was in Virgil Hunter's gym the other day. Yeah, and he was there. He's at 147. See, y'all be trying to twist up my words. I don't think Horn beats Crawford. I really don't. Heffron has left the building. Thank you. He's out of here. So we don't have to worry about him. He's gone. He's just putting stupid shit. Horn will get mopped by Crawford. Yeah, I mean, like I said, see, this is the thing. Like, real talk, I don't give a fuck who says what. I feel like I'm one of the realest in this motherfucking game. In this game. Because I'm not, I give fights a real life fair shake. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people out there and they just recycle the same bullshit. It's the same shit. Like with me, at least you get something different. All the motherfuckers who's mad at Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios, I told you from the jump, it's a fair fight coming off a long layoff and coming off of a loss. And I think it could be entertaining. Yeah, Khan still training with Virgil. I just told you, I was at Virgil Hunter's gym and I just seen Khan training. So yeah, he's still training. If he's in the gym training, yeah, he's still training with them. But anyway, so yeah, man. Kell Brooks fighting Lomachenko at 154. Yeah, y'all be trying to switch up what I say. I think Terrence Crawford beats Jeff Horn. Yes, that is accurate. I never once said it's easy work and he'll beat him in one round. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I'm one of the realest. Like some people don't even break down. They just recycle. Oh, Rios is a cherry pick. Fuck that fight. And that's it. No educated breakdown. No talk about the the different dynamics of the fight, stuff like that. Yeah, man. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. People always bend and twist what I say. Y'all need to start getting one of them recorders and record it and play it back to make sure you quoting me right. Because I never said Jeff Horn. I never said anything bad about Jeff Horn. I mean, I don't think he's the most skilled champion at welterweight. I wouldn't favor him to beat Errol Spence or Keith Thurman or Terrence Crawford. That don't mean I hate him or anything else. Doesn't mean he can't put up a good fight. I just don't see him winning. Period. And that's my option. That's my opinion. But believe this, every time I have an opinion, I could speak to it. I can explain why I feel that way. Some of y'all can't because you just recycle other people's opinions. Crawford needs to be more vocal and talk shit to get more known. No, he doesn't. He doesn't do that. See, that's what's wrong with the boxing game. That right there, especially for black fighters. I'm gonna explain why. Because, listen, this is the conundrum that they put black fighters in. And I'm gonna explain it. And I don't care who's mad. And if you're not, listen, put it this way. Don't say, oh, you're bringing up the race card and this and that. If you are not prepared to intelligently rebuttal and explain how I am wrong, then your opinion is shit to me. You know what I mean? Unless you can intelligently explain what I'm saying that is wrong, then that's that. You know what I mean? So I don't want to, oh, you're bringing up the race card and all this extra shit. Prove me wrong. That's all I'm asking. So this is the conundrum. This is the obstacle for black fighters, particularly. The comment was Crawford needs to be more vocal and he needs to talk more shit. Which, even though he's not no punk, trust me, I've been around, dude. Hey, Marlo Boxing, I'm gonna tell you straight up, you've put a couple of dumb things in here. I haven't even started talking and you talking about I disagree. Keep doing that clown shit and you'll get treated like a clown. You seen the movie It? You seen the movie It? How you disagree? You talking about I disagree, ego. How you disagree and I ain't even explained my point. I haven't even explained my side and you talking about you disagree. And this is not your first time leaving dumb comments. Marlo Boxing, you'll get up out of here. I'm like, yeah, Terrence Crawford, I disagree. How you disagree and I ain't even said nothing? You know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. See, this is what's wrong with boxing fans. You see a title, oh, I disagree, fuck it, thumbs down. Fuck this video, man, he's wrong. I'm like, yeah, Terrence, if Bud, I disagree. All I said is if Bud. What are you talking about? So you've been warned, like Joe Pesci said in Casino. I asked you, when the fuck did I ask you? Get this through your head, you motherfucker, you. You know what I'm saying? You've been warned. Where are you going? I disagree with fighters talking trap. Bro, you didn't even let me talk. How you disagree with some shit you don't even know? That, like, if I go to a restaurant and I'm like, hey, what do you recommend? She's like, yeah, we got the potatoes. Oh, I disagree with that. How you disagree? And she didn't even explain. She didn't even get to say the menu item. Oh, shut up with your impressions. Come make me shut up. I'm in California, Northern California. Make me shut up. Change the channel. If you don't like it, change the channel. It's that simple. People always try to command what I do on my channel. Go watch somebody else. Now, anyway, back to what I was saying about this conundrum is the guy said Terrence Crawford needs to trash talk more, right? I disagree with that because, first of all, I don't believe in being fake. Crawford's no punk. Crawford, like when Jose Benavidez was like, won't, I'll knock you out and you duck me. He was like, I didn't duck you. And he was like, focus on your fight before you not make it to your fight. We can go outside right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did that with Adrien, Hank Lundy. He's not no punk. So he's not going to let you just punk him. When Felix Diaz was trash talking him before the fight saying, oh, Crawford's ducking me, he don't really want to fight, and then the fight was made, that's why Crawford was in that ring clowning Felix Diaz, tapping on his head and shit like that. So he does trash talk when need be. But this is what the pigeonhole for black fighters particularly is. If Terrence Crawford, he stands his ground. He's like a stand your ground type of trash talker, meaning you're not gonna just get in his face and start pushing on him and, like, you know what I mean, flipping him off or something, trash talking, and he's not gonna do nothing. So he'll stand his ground. But it sounds like you're telling him he needs to do more like what Broner does. But this is the problem. Yeah, I do think Benavidez was thrown off by that response because he was like, what do you mean before I don't make it to my fight? And he's like, focus on your fight before you not make it to your fight. So this is the problem. When fighters, oftentimes black fighters, trash talk, oh, they're savages. Why are they doing that? They're unprofessional. Why can't they be more humble like whoever, Triple G? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you ever, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a list real quick, right? Let's do a quick list. I'll do a quick list for you guys. Guys who are pretty humble and they do their fighting in the ring without much trash talk. Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, Timothy Bradley. They don't really go outside of themselves to trash talk. guys who kind of trash talk that are more villainous. Floyd Mayweather, Adrien Broner, and let's say the Charlo brothers or Deontay Wilder, right? And then you look at it, I can show you Deontay Wilder videos currently where he's trash talking, like against Anthony Joshua, and saying, oh, Joshua don't want to fight me. Eddie Hearns, you know, because he put the S on Hearns. Eddie Hearns don't want to fight me, blah, blah, blah. And he's doing all this trash talking. And then people are like, shut your fucking mouth, Wilder. You ain't beat nobody. Why can't you be more humble like Joshua? Shout out to Boxing Socialists and Other Sports. $5 super chat, Shmoney Gang. And he says, support my brother. Man, much support. Shout out to everybody doing it and holding down for the boxing community. But they say Wilder's getting annoying. Like, if you go in the comments, oh, Wilder's getting annoying. Why does he keep mentioning Joshua? Blah, blah, blah. So I disagree wholeheartedly with that, because you saying Crawford needs to trash talk more. Why? So he can be put in the category of Floyd Mayweather, Broner, and Wilder, guys that you say you hate because they trash talk. So it's like, what gives? What can you do? If you're humble, Kovalev was trash talking more than Ward. You know what I mean? Ward was, again, like Crawford, standing like a stand your ground, like, oh, I'm gonna knock him out, I'll end his boxing career. Ward was like, he ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's fake. Again, you pick and choose. The fans, they pick and choose who they like. And I promise you, listen, name a black, I'm gonna ask you guys this. Name a black fighter who's in boxing, who's been known to trash talk, that was loved at the time they were trash talking, and they didn't get a massive amount of hate. You guys name that person. And please don't say Muhammad Ali, because you will get ethered right now. Name somebody. Roy Jones didn't get, a lot of people didn't like Roy Jones. What are you talking about? See, Edwin Valero's not black, so I don't even know if you're drunk, maybe, and you just to say, Edwin Valero, hands of stone. Like, you need to put the Jägermeister down or whatever the fuck. You talking about Edwin Valero, he's not even black. Prince Nassim is not black. You guys need to lay off the liquor, because y'all must be clearly drunk. You're not, either that or you're not even listening to the question. Listen. First of all, they fell for the mousetrap. Hey, you heard? They fell for the mousetrap. Man, I love doing this just so you guys can see. You see the responses. They fell for the mousetrap. I'm gonna explain why. Notice 90% of the responses were old fighters who don't fight anymore. Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones, who just retired, and Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Those are the names. So in 2018, why do you have to draw from history from 3 motherfuckers who don't even fight anymore to come up with an example of a black fighter who's villainous or who's a trash talker and gets love? You have to go way back in history. And even to add insult to injury, if you go back in history and you know your shit, right, you'll know what you're saying is not true. Those fighters were all disliked at the time by a lot of masses, the masses, I guess you could say. Okay, Souther says, you said name anyone. Yeah, I'm good with you naming anyone, but you still fell for the mousetrap. You fell for the mousetrap because in naming anyone, you have to bring up people from 30 years ago to prove your point. Why can't, if it was so, if my point is wrong, then why would you have to go through 30 years ago to name someone. Like, okay, let's say the question was this. Let's say the question, let's say I said, name a black fighter with speed. Would you have to draw from a fighter from 30 years ago to name a black fighter with speed? Or if I said, name a black fighter who has power, you wouldn't have to say, oh, Julian Jackson. You would have people saying like Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, blah, 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 woom, woom, woom. You would have to go back to Aaron Pryor or some shit like that. You could tell me people right now that meets that criteria. But every time you ask about the trash talking shit, they always talk, oh, Ali. So somebody who's currently no longer on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, somebody who doesn't fight. Roy Jones, somebody who's retired. That's what you guys have to do. It's so predictable. So predictable. So once again, I don't agree with that, because the fighters who do the trash talking, there's a lot of people that dislike them. They trying to knock you off your pivot ego. Impossible. I've been doing this. So, and like I said, Muhammad Ali, people didn't like him. They said he dodged the war and he was a coward. They didn't like how outspoken he was. They didn't like his ties to Islam. You know what I mean? Him being a Muslim. So what are you talking about? He might be loved now and celebrated now that he's deceased, or that when he was basically crippled with Parkinson's. You know what I mean? So you saying, oh, Terrence Crawford needs to talk more shit. Yeah, so he'll be in the same category as Deontay Wilder, where there's a lot of people leaving comments how they don't like how he's trash talking. So predictable. Who likes Zab Judah? See, this is how you know who really. I'm not even saying everyone needs to be boxing historians, but some of y'all don't know shit. You talking about they love Zab Judah and he was a trash talker. Who loves Zab Judah? Like, I'm talking about mass-wise. Zab Judah was like one of the bad boys of boxing. He was like kind of like Broner before Broner. So what are you talking about? Y'all don't know shit, some of y'all. Yeah, nobody was like, oh, Zab Judah, that fella, I want to invite him to dinner. So if you're a trash talker, or confident, or was perceived as overly confident black male, then it is what it is. You're not gonna get the buy-in of everybody. But on the flip side, you got guys like Conor McGregor, Chael Sonnen. They definitely do their fair share of trash talk, and then some of them same people love them. Oh, Conor's hella funny. You see, he just said he'll do fucking none. He threw the Monster. What if Floyd was throwing cans of Monster and it hit somebody like when Conor did it? They'd be mad as fuck at Floyd. You notice I be issuing challenges and then you don't really see a response. I said, name someone, prove me wrong. And then nobody has proved me wrong. All right, Marlo, you gotta go. You in the hot seat. This is you've continually cursed this chat room with dumbass comments. He says you not proving anything. He says you not proving nothing. Now it's time to prove your ass up out of here. You about to get everybody. Grab your popcorn. This dude has been leaving dumb comment after dumb comment since I started. See, this is what haters do. You ain't got nothing productive to add a conversation. Now I gotta cut you. You're out of here. So you're in the hot seat. So you just said Marlo just pressed his luck. Absolutely. You said I proved nothing. Okay, so prove what I just said wrong. You don't know how to debate. I'm spitting facts. Okay, so prove me wrong. So, Mr. Debater 2000, prove me wrong. How about to body this dude, man? Come on, Marlo. Hey, shooters, put them on a 15-second timer. Marlo ain't gonna be wasting everyone's time. We know how to play the game. Prove me wrong. Marlo, we waiting. And don't give me, oh, it takes long to type, because it didn't take long to type. Wilder gained a lot of notice talking shit lately. Prove me wrong. I said prove me wrong. You said I'm not proving nothing. And Wilder gained notice for knocking Bermane's Thurman out into a yoga position. That's what really gained him notice. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking about? Prove me wrong. Shooters, count to 15, and if Marlo has not responded, he's up out of here. And you're full of shit too, because I see it all the time. I have a successful multiple platforms, and anytime there's a video about Wilder, you'll see tons of comments where people were like, oh, hey, why does he keep bringing up Joshua? He needs to leave. See? King Corleone clapped you. It's over. It's over. That's what I'm saying. He gained a lot of, no, he didn't. He gained a lot of hate. People, oh, why is he bringing up Joshua so much? He's stupid. He's a stupid individual. He's just stupid. Yeah, I mean, they're mad as fuck at Wilder right now. What are you talking about? Someone said chitty chitty bang bang. Look, I'm gonna show y'all new media style. I don't have to lie about this shit. Look, Deontay Wilder, Joshua don't want to fight me. I'm the best heavyweight. Look, 166 likes, 42 dislikes. So what happened to all the notice? Why did 42 dislikes for what? Because he's saying he's the best? Look, this prick hasn't beat anybody. Hold on. This prick hasn't beat anybody and only has one belt. 49 likes. Wilder wants Joshua. It's a win-win for him. And still talking when he could be in the gym working on that shocking technique. Steady talking about Joshua. Just make sure your ass don't get slept by Ortiz. So, you know what I'm saying? Just light work. This is light work. So what happened to all that love? Everybody loves the trash talking, right? Wilder's a dark-skinned black male who's a Goliath, 6'7". Those people dislike the video just because of the title. Bingo. Ego, where are all these bums at when you're live? They don't show up, most of them. They don't show up until after. I've even seen when I do it live and then I'll be off of it. And then the replay, anyone can watch it. And then they show up. Like, oh, now you want to comment after I'm not live anymore. So what happened to all the Wilder love for trash talking? Look, oh. Keep going. Deontay Wilder, the Joshua lover. This guy is obsessed. So now again, calling out a champion that'll get you recognition for a great fight. Now they have to make it into some gay infatuation. Deontay Wilder, the Joshua lover. But I thought they liked when the best fight the best. Isn't that what they tell you? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fake shit in boxing. Oh, it's about the best fighting the best. Okay, so Wilder is one of the best. Joshua is one of the best. Let him have at it. Instead, you say, oh, the fight shouldn't happen. He's a Joshua lover. He's obsessed. He just wants a payday. Charlo wants to fight Golovkin or Canelo. Now all of a sudden the best versus the best, you don't care about that. He's just looking for a payday. Man, y'all wasting my time. I'm out of here. I might do another live stream later. I'm done. These boxing fans, this shit is draining. The best versus the best. That's all I care about. Floyd, I hate him because he didn't want to fight the best in their prime. Well, Wilder wants to fight the best guy in the division with the most belts in his prime, Joshua, and now it's a problem. He's the Wilder's the Joshua lover, and he's obsessed, and he just wants a payday. You see how they want it both ways? Can't have your cake and eat it too. And I'm out. Peace out, y'all. I might do another live stream depending on what the results are for this one. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. Hit the like button on your way out. We working. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. One of my shooters, Christian, says Crawford is doing everything correct, which leaves little to hate on. That's why they want Crawford to play the bad guy. That's a great point. That's what I'm saying. Like, notice the people who are doing it right, actively calling out the best, trying to compete at the highest of levels, is always a problem. Like, okay, for example, Danny Garcia, he's fighting Brandon Rios. What do they say? Oh, it's a fucking cherry pick. He doesn't want to fight Errol Spence. Okay, so if that's your statement, you want him to fight the top guy or one of the top guys in the division, why are you mad that Wilder's calling out Joshua? Why are you mad that Errol Spence is calling out Thurman? Why are you mad that Charlo's calling out the winner of Canelo Golovkin? You know what I'm saying? I thought you liked the best versus the best. You know what I mean? So it's not even, they're not even consistent with what they say. Not consistent at all. So I might do another live stream later. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Enjoy the replay. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we out.